Is it looking good?
Bro.
What are you saying, gangster? You good?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Why?
What are you saying?
Why are you so good?
Why am I? Just because I've internally shifted, bro.
In what way?
I'm already there. I just see the 20k month version of myself.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't finish too far away from that last month, did you?
Nah. If we're looking at revenue for my offer, it's like 15k pounds.
15k pounds?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So that is literally 20k US. You know that?
Well, I didn't even look at it like that, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you literally have made 20k US.
Yesterday, bro, I had a crazy day. I made 3.25k pounds yesterday.
Fucking hell, that's some month end magic, that. 3.2k in a day. Bro, if you did that every day, you know you'd make 90k in a month.
Yeah, I said that yesterday to the boys. I was like, no way, I'd make 90k a month just replicating it. And it was like the easiest day of my life.
Yeah, well that's it, bro. And why do you feel like it's been the easiest day though? Because most people would be like fucking slaving away, like having to fucking work like a whole 160 hours in a single month to get there. Like, why do you feel like it's the easiest thing for you to do in a day?
I feel like it's just perception. Like, everything we've got is perception. If you think it's going to be hard to earn your first 5 big months, it's going to be hard. But I've just started telling myself, it's like at the start of the month I was saying, oh, it's already happened and it's going to be easy. And then it has been. Like, I've had a great month. I've not been slogged where I'm like doing 12-hour days, back-to-back calls and struggling. It's been like 4 to 6 hours of actual calls every single day.
That's the fucking benefit of it all. When you genuinely get so good, you can make like more money than everyone else in half the amount of time because you've worked so hard on the front end to develop and build all of the skills, innit?
Exactly. And obviously it's not always been like this, but I feel like a lot's just clicked this month for me. And a lot of different like mindset reframes that other people have helped me with and that I've given myself, and yeah, it's just all come to fruition.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, when did we even start working together? In August, right? So what's that, like 4 months ago? Like 5 months ago now, in total.
Yeah, was it August? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And fucking, when you look back, and I remember you were on there, you know, on that call telling me, Jack, I need to think about it. Jack, thinking about it is something that I need to do. I sat there in the pocket with you and like helped you kind of realise that. You already realised your own potential, but I think like, you know, off the back of the conversation, you kind of had a bit more clarity around what you're actually capable of when we had the conversation. So I mean, if you were to look at that Dylan today, or if that Dylan, this is a great question, right? Like if that Dylan 5 months ago in August had met you today, what do you believe, like how would he feel, like how would he like react to that situation if he was like the version of you 5 months ago was to meet who you are today?
If I was to be like a fly on the wall in that room when we had that 2.5 hour long initial call, the one thing that I'd say to myself is just step into the fear, because there is no failure, there's only lessons. And I think looking back on it, I was just so resistant, and looking back now, I can imagine how I was feeling, and it's so low frequency and negative. And even after the call, like I was getting buyer's remorse because we managed to overcome it, on the call, but I was still going back into the old version of me and that old identity that's so fearful of change.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Like, fear was such a massive part of it, because mentally I wasn't in the best place because of like the experience I'd had months prior. But it was just fear. That's all it is, and that's the thing that you taught me to deal with on calls with people. But if I hadn't have overcome that on the call with you then, I wouldn't even be able to help the people that I'm helping right now.
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, you wouldn't be able to help yourself, right? Like,
Sure.
Like the biggest thing though, I think, is that like you've really looked internally and you've used what we teach from like a sales perspective on yourself to close yourself on, you know, your own potential and your own future and what you can actually do. And so like, I'm massively proud of you for that, bro, because we went through like trenches together at different times. So yeah, like I'm massively proud of you for that, bro, because I know that fucking when we were going through the trenches, like it wasn't easy, but yeah, it's really sick to see that you're at the other side of it now, bro, like genuinely. I fuck with that so much, because most people shy away from it, but you actually fucking stepped into it with enough force that you've actually fucking changed your life, you know?
Yeah, and it's like that thing, and obviously you can give me the tools to do the thing, learn the skill set and understand it, but you always say when someone says, oh, thanks to Jack for this, it's like, it wasn't even Jack though. You've got to internalise it. It's you that's done the thing, and I think when you reframe people that way, it gives people so much power moving forward.
Sure, because I feel like it would be so easy for me to go, yeah, it's all because of me that everyone is succeeding, but actually it's not. And to be honest, that has no long-term growth in success if I take all responsibility for everyone's success. Like, it doesn't even make sense. But other than like massively boosting my own ego, like it literally wouldn't do anything for me, because people would achieve short-term results. Like, you would achieve short-term results, but you wouldn't achieve long-term results if I was just to take all your success away from you, because it is because of you at the end of the day, right? And I just gave you the tools and you just fucking built the house, and you teared it down and built it back up on a continuous level. What would you say, like, over the past 5 months, like, what would you say has been the biggest change for you?
The biggest shift that I had, and I say this to people all the time, it's shifting from being that sleazy salesman to actually being there to serve the prospect and help them. Because you framed it to me this way: it's like someone's booked in a call to spend an hour of their time with you because they've actually got a serious pain, a serious problem. And if you don't help them overcome that by understanding the problems and the bottlenecks in their mindset, you're doing them a disservice then. And I think we came at that together because we understood that I had commission breath and I was attached. And I asked you, how can I attach myself to something different in terms of my mindset? And you was like, you explained this way of serving the prospect instead of being like a sleazy guy. And I genuinely think that's the biggest thing, because my mindset going into any call, any offer that I'm on is, how can I genuinely help this person get out of their own way?
Yeah, and I feel like that's what separates you from a lot of other people as well, because you genuinely do give a fuck. It's not just like these people are like, oh, I want to help, oh my goodness, yeah, helping people. Like, you like, you genuinely give a fuck. Like, you're quite a heartful person, innit? And I know that over time, from where I've coached you, from when we were even working together, like, we had a few differences and that, but like, there's always so much love for you, bro, because I know that deep down, regardless of what conversations we have, I know that like you have such a big like care for people's success. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And like, even for yours and just everyone in the community as well, like with so many people this month have just started winning on even different levels, and it's just sick to see. It's like, I know it's fulfilling for you, but then even for me, like people that I've helped come on board into Cash Collect, and them start to get the first wins, that's just so much better than any form of commission that you could ever make.
Yeah, that must actually be a crazy feeling for you too. Seeing the people that you personally brought on to Cash Collectors actually start to make like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10k a month. I think we had 5 or 6 people hit, including you, 5 or 6 people hit 10k this month. You were the only person who made 20k this month, apart from me, obviously. Yeah. But like, in terms of like students, like, you were the only one to make 20k this month, bro. So fucking props to you, brother. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. It is. And I remember I've seen Luke. Do you remember Luke Van?
Yeah,
Luke South African.
Like the Van Nistelrooy fellow.
Yeah, but he put it in the chat the other day, and I was speaking to him. I remember the first call that he ever had in terms of cash was with me. Yeah. And he just invested all his money into another sales trainer. But just even that, like, to give him the confidence to come back and then actually work one-to-one with you, because he's seen how I was on the call with him and he liked it. It's just sick, because he wouldn't be doing cash right now.
Yeah.
He just wouldn't.
It was crazy, bro. He invested into a fucking big name in the space, innit? One of Jeremy Miner's top boys, basically, and he just got mugged right off. And it was like, it's always horrible to see that, but it's always so sick to see someone bounce back from that again and be like, yo, like, actually winning. Like, it's so sick to see that. And yeah, man, you've been a fundamental part of the growth of the business, you know what I mean? Like, you were like the first guy that I actually hired, really, apart from appointment setters. Like, you were like the first person that I fucking hired, and we saw a lot of success working together, bro. So yeah, it was always like, it's like that true first love, you know?
But you know, with that, it's just a belief thing. Do you remember on the call that we had where you first like closed me, and I said, Jack, I'm gonna close for you one day? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do actually. I do.
And it happened.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Wow. Yeah, I remember. Like, what kind of state were you in what kind of like emotional way were you in before we actually started working together, like back in August?
Oh, I was all over the place, bro. I just come out of an offer that I've been working with for the past 6 months. I made no money for the first 4 months. Month 5, I made like a K, and then the last month I made like 4 or 5k. But I knew there was no longevity in it, and I didn't feel good about it. I had a super high ego coming into the coaching with you. I thought I was genuinely mint until we ran through like a mock closing call, and you completely destroyed my whole identity of me being an amazing closer. I just wasn't in a good place at all. There was so much fear, so much self-doubt. and just a lot of limiting beliefs, bro. That was genuinely where I was, and I think it's cool now that I'm helping people with mindset, because the biggest thing that you helped me with was my own mindset, and like it's the first thing that people go into when they come into the program. Like, forget all the sales side of things, internal mastery 101 straight away. You need to get that down. But you were like another catalyst for me to go deeper into that, like even outside of the program. So yeah, that was like one of the biggest things for me.
Yeah. When you look at the mindset side of things, like what would you say has been like the biggest, I don't want to even use the word difference because I feel like that undermines it, but when you look at the significance between like the emotional state that you're in then and now, like how would you describe that?
That's a good question. In terms of emotions, like there was just a lot of self-doubt with me right at the start, and I always knew I had this like inner potential, but I think it was more just about realising what it can actually be, and then backing it up with results and taking action. Because I know when I came to you as well, I was in a mindset of like, where does that come from? I want to say laziness, but I was being lazy with developing myself, developing my skill set. And I think you just sat me down and you were like, the most successful people are going to be putting in a lot more work than you're putting in at the moment. So if you want to get to where you want to be, you're going to have to actually try.
Yeah.
Because it was ego, bro, and my ego comes from insecurity every single time. But I had a high ego, like I'm some amazing closer, but I'd never really made over 5k a month consistently. And I think it was just like an ego death in a sense. Of like, okay, now I actually have everything at my disposal. I need to really lock in on it and learn it. Because the way that you teach selling is so much different to how I sold previously. And I think selling on identity is the best way. And you said it earlier on in this conversation, it's like I closed myself on my own like limiting beliefs in a sense, and did the internal work and just closed myself on the identity of who I was then and who I wanted to be. Super important. It's just the congruency side of things. Like, why would we expect to help someone else overcome their own limiting beliefs and bullshit when we're not even putting ourselves through the same process?
You see it all the time though, right? Like with closers who like salespeople who give objections. Like it's a disgrace. It's like an act against humanity, bro. If you're a salesperson, you give a fucking objection. Like imagine trying to be a salesperson and telling someone you want to think about it, or imagine trying like aspiring to be like this insane, hella rich business owner or entrepreneur and telling somebody that you want to think about it. Like it doesn't make any sense, because you need to stop thinking about things and fuck it. At least at the first part of your entrepreneurial journey, you need to think less and fucking act so much more. And it's like, if the whole world just knew that one little superpower, like the whole fucking world would be so different, bro. But yeah.
That's actually super fact.
Yeah,
another thing though, like what I've just realised now, which was a big concept that you introduced me to, is that sales is the law of the mirror. And when you said that to me and explained it, I was like, oh my god. Of course I'm getting think about it objections of people. Of course people don't want to pay, and when I'm asking them to be the most disciplined version of themselves, and I'm not even doing that for my own self. That was another big thing.
Yeah, it's great. Like not a lot of people realise this, and I think it even goes one layer deeper, right? It goes into like life is the law of the mirror. Like everything in your life is just a reflection of who you are as an individual. So let's say, for example, back in August, you know, when you were looking around at your life and you had like a level of dissatisfaction, you were unhappy with kind of the way that you were going, like that was just a reflection of who you'd chosen to be. Do you know what I mean? And now you've chosen to be a different person. You've chosen to level yourself the fuck up like a G, and you chose to actually confront the fear, confront the trench and walk through it, and now your life is a reflection of who you are, but who you are is 10 times more aware of your capability. Do you know?
For sure. It's facts. It gets me excited, bro, talking about it and seeing where I've come from, not where I am now, because I just know in the next 5-6 months it's just going to be even more levels above this.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna fuck it. You're gonna literally be like everyone's main competitor. And do you know what? Like, if I can, my whole ideology, bro, is like if I can coach you to be better than me, which I actually thought was pretty rare. Like, I didn't think that I'd meet many people who like could be better than me, because I'm fucking pretty much the best in the entire world. But like to see like the level that you've achieved in such a short time span, like I truthfully believe that you definitely could be better than me, bro, for sure. And like I hope that you are. I hope that one day you get to that level, you know. Maybe you are already, I don't know, I haven't watched you close in a minute, but probably not, to be fair. But like, I don't know, it'll take a minute to get to this level. But more what I'm saying is that like to see how far you've came and to see the level of improvement that you've made, like I have no doubt that like people will be, especially if you're an offer, like people will be fearing you taking like clients from them, bro. You know, you'll be one of the most feared names in info in no time.
Yeah, that's the plan, bro. But it's like you say that, like me getting better than you, and it's a cool thing to be in that conversation. But for me, I'm genuinely just thinking about getting better than the person that I see in the mirror, like with every aspect of my life.
Yeah, that's cold, and that's why you're getting like generating so much success, bro. Because you don't care about the external in it. Like you're all about overcoming them internal barriers, and that's what people don't do, and that's why they stay stuck, because they're not aware of the cycle, or they don't let themselves become aware of the cycle. As soon as people accept the problem, they start to think of solutions, you know, and then it's like when you get a solution, then you can fucking build out a plan. But if you just ignore the problem gains strength and strength subtly and subconsciously, and then you end up fucked and depressed and like not wanting to continue in your entrepreneurial journey, you know. So yeah, I mean, massive credit to you, bro, for actually being able to become aware in the way that you have.
And thank you genuinely for being a catalyst for me to then go and do it. Because if I didn't make the decision to overcome that fear on that call all those months ago, who knows where I'd be right now.
Yeah, fucking hell. Well, we both made it happen, bro. So yeah, big respect for you, bro. And like, even outside of the content, like, whatever's happened between you and me, bro, it doesn't matter, because like I fucking love you as a guy, and I'll always want the best for you, bro, and I'll always hold you to the highest standard. Because when you win, bro, it's like a little proud dad moment for me. I'm like, yeah, I remember being in the trenches with that motherfucker when he was literally like incapable of fucking running the sales call, and now you're just absolutely gliding through life. Like, it's so fucking sick to see.
Yeah, no, and even like regardless of the content and shit though, bro, like I'll always be like that with you, honestly, big respect. And I'll always check you, and you always check me. Like, that's the best form of relationship. If you had the problem or I did something and you didn't, it wouldn't be a good mentor to not do it.
Yeah, for sure. And like, that's what I really have enjoyed stepping into, is like a mentor role for you and a couple of the other boys. Like, it's not, I don't just want to be a coach, right? Like, I think that's kind of gay, like people who just want to coach. Like, I want to be like a fucking full-on like mentor in life. Like, I feel like that's a sick title to have, and I feel like that's
Build his life.
yeah, that's actually so true.
It's it.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Marbella, bro.